Welcome to YOUCANIC. Today here in YOUCANIC we have a 2014 Volkswagen Tiguan. And on this Tiguan, we're going to go over how you would remove to replace your headlight assembly. This headlight assembly can be removed without removing the front bumper. Otherwise you can remove the front bumper. There are some tabs that help hold up the front bumper in case, but this headlight can be removed without taking the front bumper off. So we have 4 bolts up top here. This is just a little metal plate that's holding the top of the headlight in. So we have these 4 bolts to remove that are a T30, and then we have one T15 bolt right here. Down through this hole here is a T30. You're going to need a decently long extension because the bolt is almost right down here at the bottom. And then we have one more T30 bolt right here, or a 10mm socket of a bolt that we removed right there. And we have one electrical connector that we're going to undo on the back of the headlight assembly, and then that way it will be able to pop out. So to start with, I'll undo the electrical connector so that when we go ahead and get the bolts undone, it'll be a lot easier to just pull out the headlight itself. And we've got this one electric connector down here that we need to get just a little screwdriver in there to be able to pop the tab, or just some good finger pressure. And we've got that unhooked. These tabs right here is this tab right here. You have to kind of pull it back. You gotta be careful, otherwise you'll break them fairly often. And when you pull back on there, it opens this tab up inside here, right in there. And then that way you'll be able to get that one electrical connector undone. And now we can proceed to remove the rest of the components to be able to get this headlight assembly out. So removing the headlight assembly, say it was cracked or broken, you need to replace it. Or if you have the LED functions built into it and those LED lights have gone out, you'll need to replace the whole headlight assembly itself. And you may just replace or remove the headlight assembly because it'll be easier, a bit easier to get to the lights. You can get these 2 top lights fairly easy. These down here are a little bit harder, which is a blinker light, and this is called a cornering light. And then you've got your 2 headlights. Here's T30. And this is the longer one that is also a 10mm on the top there. And then we have the one down in this hole. So made it a light to get view down there, and then be able to just remove that T30 bolt or a 10mm. And when you got the bolt loose, you can either use a magnet to extract that bolt. And now you'll be able to just pull this metal plate up a little bit out of the way. This has your cable to release the hood latch kind of attached to it. So we're just moving that up out of the way a little bit. And that way we'll be able to kind of push this headlight back to get these tabs out from under the bumper. And you just kind of work it out, and that's the way we would remove our headlight assembly from our vehicle to be able to replace it. To put it back on, you just go back in the reverse order, and this bolt here, this one down through the hole, you'll have to line it up, probably use a magnet to be able to get it down in there to get it started, and then tighten it up, and then these 3 bolts here. And so then when you've got your new one to be put back on, you'll just be able to work it back in. Aligning those tabs under the bumper there, and then bolting all the bolts down and tightening it back into place. Thanks for watching YOUCANIC, where you can be the mechanic.